Good morning, boomers. It is the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto, thank you for booming in. ENS domain names, Lido DAO. The markets are up. Greenery in the scenery. Organic, green, non-GMO, hopefully. It is GMO. You know that it's artificially pumped over there by the feds and friends. But nevertheless, and anyhow, we'll be talking about the ENS domain names, the Lido DAO pump, and more. Shout out to Poison Elf letting me know about that 490 ETH sale on the markets. I'm glad that the champ and friends snagged up some ENS domain names I've been hodling. They're deep in the war chest. I forgot about them, but I got a handful. I got at least like 10 good ones. And when I saw stablecoins.eth, and I'm like, damn, I got something close to that. Maybe not as good, but pretty close. Sheesh. Kaboom! We'll be talking about Lido DAO. This Ethereum merger is up and coming. People are getting excited on the networks. It seems like it's the only thing to look forward to now besides, I was going to say Pulse, but no one's looking forward to Pulse unless you're a Hexagon or a sacrificer. There's a few sacrificers out there. They burned some blood or spilled some blood over there for the Hex and friends. You know I did. I mean, I'm not entirely happy about it yet. Hopefully I will be, but anyhow, ENS domain names are up, and let's look at the market over here with the DAO, the Lido DAO. Now, if you're interested in staking Ethereum, you could do so in this pseudo stake that they got going on via Lido DAO. They'll give you an ST-ETH coin, and there is a little bit of a difference in price between ST-ETH and ETH. Some people have been taking advantage of that arbitrage opportunity. I'm not so crazy about it. It's like $20, $30, $40. I guess if you got, hundreds of ETH, perhaps maybe, but I wouldn't want to risk it for that biscuit. Be honest with you. Let's look at the math over here. Let me pull up TradingView. Let me pull up the Gecko and more. Shout out to Poison Elf. Shout out to the rest of the Metamaniacs, guys. There's only a few true decorated soldiers that are still here deep in the foxholes of the blockchain battlefield trenches. It's been a bloodbath. We've had some casualties of war. Some people have been killed in action out there. It's been a bloodbath, liquidated completely. But like I said, nevertheless, we're still here. A few good men with the blade sharpened, patiently waiting for that next run. It's going to take some time, though. It's going to take some time. We're going to have some opportunities here and there. And for those that, snagged up the opportunities. Listen, I got those ENS domain names probably over a year ago. Maybe even 2. Share my display. Let's look at the mathematics over there on TradingView. Let me see who's winning, who's losing. Well, we'll go straight to the Gecko. Yesterday, after the Fed meeting, 75 basis point increase on the interest rate hike, the markets started kapumping, and now they're all warm, very warm. We got Lido DAO, the leader. Even Celsius is moving and grooving. Bitcoin up 6.4% there at 22K, almost 23K. Ether, ETH, which is becoming my favorite right now. I mean, I'm more interested in ETH than I am Bitcoin here in the short run. I've said this over and over about a 60-40 split. Okay, 1,622 for Ethereum, USD coin. We'll skip that. BNB, $265, and Ripple. It's there. Solana's up, but the big winner and the big mover and groover of the day is up 33.3%. What a number! You got two up at $2.11. Lido DAO against again, if you are interested in staking Ethereum before this whole merge and the whole thing that actually gets implemented, and let's see, because I'm not entirely convinced. Where Larimer said, changing ETH to proof of stake is like changing the engine on a moving car. It's next to impossible, said Larimer and friends, creator of EOS and some other ones that we like. But anyhow, Lido DAO 211, they provide the ST-ETH coin. The ST-ETH coin is an IOU, and sometime after staked ETH starts paying out, it could be up to a year after POS gets locked in, that those rewards could start coming in. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to disperse those rewards, but I'm sure they're going to be incremental in the dispersion of those rewards, is my guess. I don't know the actual data. But anyhow, you'll be able to redeem those ST-ETH for ETH one to one. But right now, it's not 1-to-1. So, some people are, speculating on that. Celsius Network, I guess they're trying to get bailed out. I don't know what's going on. They're at $1.15. And then Uniswap, Uni. Listen, don't act like Uniswap is not literally the unicorn of DeFi. They started it, and that guy, what's his name, Hayden? What's the guy that made Uniswap? This guy's a monster for coming up with this. This thing is Nobel Prize worthy, in my opinion. Uniswap, they've upgraded to different versions now, and my understanding is that the latest version is not as open source as the original version. But regardless, Uniswap is up today 23% at $8.42. This was a free coin that was airdropped to those that used Uniswap before. And what's interesting about Uniswap is that it's just a DAO coin for now. I don't know, other than giving you voting rights. I don't even know if it gives you voting rights, but you don't get any passive income from holding Uniswap, like some other DEXs offer. Some other DEXs, and I'm kind of going blank as to what those DEXs are right now, but you get some sort of a passive drip just by holding the DEX coin. Uniswap is not that right now. I mean, and they could vote for a change, but but Uniswap is the leader of DeFi DEXs, in my opinion. They started it all. This is the spine of DeFi. It's Uniswap. I mean, everybody copycatted Uniswap. They created the whole liquidity pool thing, the LPs. These are the guys, and I can see why it's up. Synthetic Network, this is pretty cool project. We talked about this and SNX. This allows for synthetic stocks on the blockchain. So there's like synthetic Tesla stocks and stuff like that. This is the platform that allows for that. 23% on the gain. And it's a solid platform. I think it provides value. And then we've talked about Ether Classic. Rumored to be able to do the same thing as Ether for a lower price. They're going to remain proof of work. And many are saying that those Ethereum miners that are left without a home will seek refuge over there in Ethereum Classic. The miners might start mining Ethereum Classic. I don't know if that necessarily equals the price of the token going up, but maybe, I don't know. The demand for, I don't know. Ether Classic. I think maybe Ether Classic, one can argue that it's undervalued compared to ETH if it does the same thing. We'll see how faster ETH is compared to ETH Classic once they make the merge. Bitcoin Gold is up too, which is interesting. Bitcoin Cash, the forks of the OG coins. We all know why Ether, or maybe we don't all know why Ether Classic exists, but the DAO existed. The first DAO with Ethereum, there was a hack. They ran the chain back, and those that are in Ether Classic, they did not accept running the chain back. They're under the idea that code is law. And, one can argue that Ethereum Classic is the real Ethereum. They didn't ever change. So the hack still exists on that chain. So Ethereum Classic, you got Bitcoin Gold, which is a derivative of Bitcoin. And then you got Bitcoin Cash. We all know when there was a big fork with Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin Cash, people started saying that they're the real Bitcoin. And ultimately, Bitcoin survived, and Bitcoin Cash did as well, but they are not the real Bitcoin. But one can argue that they are. Market cap wise, they're not. Qdom, we've talked about that, but I'm kind of blank as to what they provide right now. And then Thorchain. We've been talking plenty about Thorchain. That's another DEX, cross-chain DEX. So Thorchain, Uniswap, they're both DEXs, but Thorchain allows for the swap cross-chain. Uniswap is all Ethereum. Thorchain is cross-chain. You can swap between Ethereum chain and actually Bitcoin chain. Cosmos Hub, this is another one. They have a strong ecosystem. I think they're somewhat backed by Binance. I know Binance supports the Cosmos ecosystem, or Cosmos supports Binance Smart Chain and more. Let me check out the chat, see what's shaking and baking. I see somebody's writing in there. Shout out to Poison for providing that Ethereum name service. ETC is cool, but are there any usable dApps on it? I've never looked into the ecosystem. Listen, I couldn't tell you right off the top, or right off the bat. I would check dApp Radar and see if maybe there's something there listed on dApp Radar. Usually, the dApps are listed there. But even Vitalik himself suggested the miners go over to Ethereum. So the fact that that Vitalik mentioned Ether Classic by name, I think is ultimately why it's pumping and why people might even build something on it. So look out for ETH Classic. It's at $33, and who knows? Who knows? I don't have any, but it's been steadily, it's there. It hasn't gone away. It's top 25 coin, number 20 right now. Let's look at what you posted, Poison. I know there's not that many people in the chat right now, but people definitely check out the replays or whatnot. So let me pull up that Discord post that you shared, and I talked about earlier this morning in our short videos series. Let me tell you, those short videos get hundreds of views. I might have to start putting more short videos up. I do like 1 or 2 a day. Maybe I should do a handful. Don't sleep on the ENS domain name, says Poison Elf over there on the Discord. I've been saying this as well. Don't sleep on this, guys. Am I sharing my screen? Kaboom, there it is. Stablecoins.eth sold for 490 wrapped ETH over there on OpenSea. Stablecoins.eth sold to an offer of 490 ETH. So maybe they had it listed for more, or I don't know, or they didn't have it listed. Make sure I got to go check out my OpenSea. I have several wallets, and I got another wallet over there. I don't have any of those domain names listed for sale. Perhaps somebody made an offer. I really don't talk about it because I don't want to dox that wallet, but it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I will. I'll move them around or something. And maybe I should do a series explaining how to link your domain name to your wallet. Okay, if you don't know about these domain names, this is basically like a www address like you would buy on GoDaddy, but this is specifically for Web3, for the Ethereum blockchain. It also supports all the extra layers on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you have stablecoins.eth, that will work on Polygon, on Phantom, on AVAX, and all the Ethereum virtual machines that are built on those layers, or that are built on Ethereum. I have ChampagneCrypto.eth. I have had it for a while. That's one of the public accounts. We've traded some NFTs, or done some launches there. The launch, I don't know if the launch was on Champagne, but we got Champagne.eth, ChampagneCrypto.eth. Champagne.eth will probably be worth a lot more. But anyhow, I should do a series. Or maybe just a video explaining how to videos. They last a little longer. How to link your Ethereum wallet to an Ethereum name service, to a .eth name. That way you can receive funds to a name. 1234.eth, or sendmeeth.com, or stablecoins.eth, not .com. And I don't know I do know. I know that you can also, because it's available there on the dashboard, on ENS dashboard, you can also link your Discord and Twitters to your .eth as well. So Web3 is something, guys, that don't sleep on, and I think that these domain names are going to be worth more in the future. That's why I haven't even been in a rush to try to sell these names. I haven't listed any of them. I did squat on one of these protocols names, and I hit them up on the Discord, and I'm like, look, I got it, but they were like, nah, we don't want it. And I'm like, yeah, I thought to myself, yeah, you're going to want it. So, whatever. they're going to want it. I'm telling you this, if they're sticking to they're going to want it, and I'm not going to try to hit anybody over the head. You know, I want a fair price. And that's what it is. So make sure that, you know, you pick up the right ENS domain names if you're interested in securing those bags, because just in the WW domain, you know, the traditional Web 2 domain names, those things can go for hundreds of thousands of dollars if you get the right one. So I'm not surprised at all that stablecoins.eth. I mean, that's kind of hefty at 490 ETH, but you know, these domain names are NFTs, and they have clear utility. Clear utility. Okay, it's just like, you know, what's your address? Well, stablecoins.eth compared to just a picture NFT, a profile pic NFT. So, yeah, I can see how stablecoins.eth can sell more than a Bored Ape Yacht Club. I can see that. I understand. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of these businesses, I would say, have not acquired their Web3 name. You know, you may want to think about snagging some up. I'm sure that most people bought them, but maybe you could buy them from, you know, somebody else. There's going to be a growing market for there already is, but there's going to be a growing market for ENS names, and again, they're just NFTs. They're sold on these NFT marketplaces the same way that you would sell a profile pic NFT. So don't sleep on that at all. I'll take a few more comments and questions before I proceed with my day. Like I said, I may have to hit you up with some more short form content. I used to have a big bag of Ethereum Classic, sold it last year. And you probably didn't lose by selling it. I mean, you know, a lot of things dumped over the past year. So you probably avoided further losses by maybe, I'm assuming you sold it for maybe, you know, blue chip or for USD. I don't know. But if you did, you probably did the right thing. Now we're nearing the bottom, and perhaps, you know, getting into these things sometime now. Not today. These things are up 20% today, but it seems like maybe, you know, we're, like I said, we may be nearing the bottom, and getting into the altcoins soon when the trend changes might be the major move. It's definitely what I'm looking into, acquiring several altcoins. I talked about them yesterday in the short, specifically 5 of them that I want to grab. So, you know, I may employ more Bitcoin and Ethereum firepower when the trend is confirmed to have changed. And like I said yesterday, and I'll repeat today, I don't think the trend is going to change until at least the new year, honestly. And if it does before, we'll do it. But I'm patient. I just don't think that we're going to rush into a trend change here. There probably will be more blood. So shout out again to Poison L for letting us know about that Twitter post by emoney.eth, stablecoins.eth, sold to an offer 490 wrapped ETH on OpenSea. Don't sleep on ENS domains names. And you could buy them there on, what's the address? Hold up. We'll take you to the address. It's just ens.domains, right? app.ens.domains. That's what it is. app.ens.domains. You can buy that's basically like the GoDaddy. app.ens.domains. Right? And you can search the addresses there. And there it is. You search name or address, and it'll tell you whether it's available or not, and then you can just buy it right there. And there's a little bit more of a lengthier process to actually sync it to your wallet, but it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of easy to figure out. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. App.ens domain. So I know I took some time over a year ago, or at least a year ago, and I bought up a few of good names that I thought may be worth something in the future. So maybe you can too. Ethereum name service again. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you follow me in all the links that I have down in the description of the videos. Champagne Gains on the link tree. There's plenty of links to all your favorite centralized exchanges where you can get extra perks for signing up. So if you haven't already, make sure you have access to all the exchanges. I'm not saying to leave your funds on the exchanges. That's not the wave. That's not the move. But it's good to have access and being able to buy and sell through any of the exchanges. And usually when you sign up with these exchanges, they give you maybe $10, $20, $25 if you sign up with my link, and they give it to both of us. So definitely check out Gemini, crypto.com, and then check out the web wallets. That Coin98 is an interesting wallet as well. It's kind of like an all-in-one wallet. Of course, they give you access to your keys and more. So do that. Then we got other links as well to the Discord, to the NFTs, the Gold Medal of Honor, and more. So make sure you tap in. All right, guys, stay strong out there. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest.